When I think about privacy, and I think of my own childhood, privacy literally was like me being able to be in my room and not be bothered or have a diary and have nobody read that diary. Technology has completely transformed that landscape. And I think privacy is much more to customers now in terms of knowing that their information is protected, knowing what's happening with their personal information. It's knowing exactly where their information is going, how it's being used, and what choices they have over that information. I think the biggest misconception about privacy is that companies care about privacy only because they have to. I think that's just really false. And I think the way that we dispel that myth is not so much by talking about privacy, but by demonstrating it. Alexa doesn't start listening until you have said the wake word. And then once the wake word is detected, we start streaming that audio to the cloud securely so that we can respond to the customer. And then of course, we make those recordings available to the customer and give them control so they can delete it if they want to, or they can set a deletion cadence. We have the blue light to make it really clear to the customer when the streaming is happening. And then we have an audio mute button because we know sometimes you don't want any recording to happen, so we give that capability. I don't believe that there has to be a trade-off for the customer when it comes to innovation and privacy. And in fact, I think that if you think about privacy from day one and really build it into the product, it becomes a flywheel for innovation. Because by thinking about privacy, you're building trust with the customer. And when you build trust with the customer, they're much more likely to engage with your product, which then gives you the ability to continue innovating.